And grateful for your company. I am Pious, Kojo, Backah. Look now at our stories. President Akufo-Addo has assured that his government will continue to invest in other agricultural products apart from cocoa to diversify the country's export earnings. According to him, the move will afford the country an opportunity to create more jobs under the Planting for Food and Jobs program. President Akufo-Addo was speaking at the 38th edition of the Farmers' Day celebration in Koforidua in the Eastern region.
For disease surveillance, public awareness creation, capacity building, and the procurement of motorbikes for operational activities to enhance early detection, prevention, and disease management. As part of institutional strengthening for the Veterinary Service Directorate, 550 veterinary officers and allied staff have been recruited this year alone. Chairperson, the achievements of my government include the promotion of selected tree crops to diversify export earnings for the sector. For more than a century, Ghana has relied heavily on cocoa for foreign exchange earnings, whilst the potential for several other tree crops remains untapped. By an act of Parliament, the Tree Crop Development Authority was established in 2020 to coordinate and promote the development of 6 tree crops, namely cashew, rubber, oil palm, coconut, mango, and shea. At maturity, these selected crops will have the combined potential of generating annually an additional $12 billion United States dollars to supplement the annual $2 billion United States dollars from cocoa. Since the launch of the Tree Crop Development Program in 2018, several nurseries have been established with the participation of the private sector. The ministry, through the Tree Crops Development Authority, TCDA, facilitated the provision of 2.7 million improved seedlings to some 11,100 farmers during the 2022 cropping season. I commend the district assemblies for their participation in this effort, and I continue to urge our chiefs, landowners, and prospective investors to leverage the opportunities created in the tree crop subsector. Ghana Cocoa Board and other partners have facilitated the smooth introduction and enhancement of major interventions such as the National Cocoa Rehabilitation Program, the Hand Pollination Program, the Mass Pruning Exercise, Cocoa Diseases and Pest Control Program, the Subsidized Fertilizer Distribution Program, amongst others. Please excuse me. I've been reliably informed that 2 years after we relaunched the National Cocoa Rehabilitation Program in the Western North region, a total farm area of 56,343 hectares have been fully treated across the cocoa growing regions as of September 30th, 2022. As a result of the success of the program, thousands of farmers who had abandoned their cocoa farms due to the devastating effect of the cocoa swollen sheet virus disease have returned and are active again in the cocoa business. You have to excuse me, I have a bad cough. It is important to underscore that these interventions brought back smiles on the faces of our cherished farmers and also provided employment There's some 27,000 youth in scheme areas. There is 1,361 as technical assistants, 1,845 as disease spotters, and 23,913 as farmhands.
All right, so let's get more from my colleague Kofi Sian, who joins me with more. Kofi, grateful you could join us on the marketplace. A short while ago, we saw the president speak. Now, what else has he been saying on government's work in the agriculture sector? Kofi, can you hear me? And I'm asking that, what else has the president been saying? All right, so we will get back to Kofi as and when we do get him, we'll bring him on to speak to the issues we are raising. But let's move away from that and do the story. The human food cycle ends on the plate for the consumer, yet cooking or related topics are not prioritized in agricultural conversations. In today's episode, or tomorrow's episode of The Food Chain, Emma Davis looks at the types of cooking energy and their implications.
Since they gave birth to me, I met my parents using it, so I also continue with it. So we have used it for long. It scared me, but I have nothing to do than to use it.
Rama Abdul Karim is a 23-year-old lady whose only source of cooking energy is firewood. Although she is scared of the health implications, she said there is no option as her family is barely surviving the economic crisis.
I have pro because the firewood that I'm just using is 5 cedis that I bought it. So tomorrow when I'm to cook again, I have to buy another one to cook. Okay. So the firewood alone is costly. Every day I have to buy firewood.
Okay. So why don't you just use only coal pots?
It's the charcoal. The charcoal too, there's no charcoal. So if I'm using this one, sometimes the 5 cedis, if I use it like this, tomorrow morning I can use it to set fire and then heat water for us to bath. So in the evening when I'm to cook, I'll buy another one. But charcoal, when I buy 5 cedis, I can't use it for 2 days.
Rama opts for firewood because she said charcoal is expensive, whereas Joycelyn in Team Donko prefers charcoal. According to her, it is economical compared to using liquefied petroleum gas. Joycelyn uses jikokoa, a type of coal pot that emits less smoke.
I actually don't use any means of cooking than this. So looking at this, the emission from this, you can see that it is very small and it takes less than 2 minutes. So within 2 minutes, everything will just go off.
Will you soon move to LPG using the gas?
Well, I've not thought of it because compare this to LPG in Ghana, I think this is more economical. The LPG is so expensive. So when I get 2 cedis or 3 cedis of charcoal, I can use it 2 or 3 times.
Joycelyn is a beneficiary of Clean Cooking Alliance, a non-profit organization aimed at building a sustainable clean cooking industry across the globe.
Thankfully, Kofi joins me live for more from Koforidua, where the 38th Farmers' Day celebration is ongoing. Kofi, I was asking earlier that aside what the president said, what more has he been speaking on in relation to the agriculture sector?
Mrs. Nana.
Hello.
What's happening now? Hello, Kofi, can you hear me?
As I speak, the awards ceremony is ongoing. The farmers who have been selected are being honored. I have seen a number of farmers on the Jubilee Park and they are receiving the awards. The best cocoa farmer has received his award. The promising farmer has also received his award. And as I speak with you, we are on the first runner-up for the whole of the occasion, and I'm told he's also receiving his award. The second runner-up has already come for his award. And as I told you, the award ceremony is ongoing, and we hope that very soon, because most of the people here, including the president, are all eager to watch the football match between Ghana and Uruguay. So they are wrapping up everything on time so that they can go on and watch the football. As I speak with you, there are a lot of businesses going on here. we have a lot of stands. People are displaying their wares from agriculture to other businesses you can think of. So that is what is happening here. We are moving straight to a few of the stands to, speak to the people as to what really they've brought here to display and to sell to the general public. We are currently in the stands of Silver Star Auto, and they are introducing 2 brand new vehicles as part of the Farmers' Day celebration. I will leave the mantle with this lady, and she will tell us more about these 2 vehicles they are introducing. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so you tell us your name and what you are introducing.
My name is Delali Greenstock. And we're here today to display the iconic Peugeot Landtrek pickup and the Isha and Iveco trucks that we're supplying to the Ghanaian market. As you know, Silver Star Auto for many years has been the sole distributor for many major brands in Ghana, and these would include Peugeot, Citroën, Iveco, and Aisha. So that is why we're here today. And another major reason why we are here is because we place a lot of value and importance on the agricultural sector, and we also understand and appreciate how much agriculture does for the economy of Ghana. So that's the major reason why we're here. You can see behind you
oil palm, 63 acreage of citrus, 65 acreage of cocoa, 240 acres of maize, 17 acres of mango, 30 acres of cashew, 37 acres of cassava, 47 acres of coffee. He has 17,500 poultry birds, 256 cattle, 72 sheep, 441 goats, 264 pigs, 104 grass cattle, 7,000 snail, 2,000 palm wheel liver. Over the years, he has demonstrated the needed business insight that is likely to motivate the young children to go into farming, notwithstanding the obvious challenges. He owns the Cerebral Farms Limited, the prestigious overall best farmer for 2022 goes to Nana Yaw Sarpong Cerebral from Asante Jobin. And we would like to invite the newly appointed and endorsed Managing Director of ADB to join His Excellency the President to do us the honors. Mr. Alassane Yakubu Tali is the MD for ADB, and he is joining His Excellency the President to honor Nana Yaw Sarpong Cerebral from Ashanti Jobin, the overall national best farmer. Nana Yaw Sarpong Cerebral is the overall national best farmer, and he received a prize of 1 million Ghana cedis sponsored by ADB. And I'm glad that Mr. Alassane Yakubu Tali is here for that sponsorship. 1 million Ghana cedis, 2 nights, full board complimentary stay for 2, sponsored by Pious Valley Resorts. Nana, invite me, I'll be there. The overall best farmer for 2022, Nana Yaw Sarpong Srebuo. We have a new song for you. If you are ready. MD of ADB, we are inviting you for a photo opportunity. A new overall best farmer.
So that was the 2022 National Best Farmer, Nana Yaw Sarpong Srebuo, emerging the 2022 National Best Farmer and being decorated with some cash prize and other exciting prizes. We say congratulations to him. Let's move away from that and touch on the story. As the countdown to Christmas festive season begins, the exorbitant cost of food, staff and other items in the market is threatening to dampen the celebrations, with many complaining about the high prices of goods and traders crying of low patronage. Joy Business's Beverly Broom reports that both buyers and sellers say 2022 has been a bad for businesses.
A clear picture of how empty the streets of Ghana's biggest shopping center, Makola Market in Accra, looks like, with barely 4 weeks to Christmas. The air does not carry the waves of excitement and the buzz that usually heralds the holiday season. At the Makola Market, business activities are yet to pick up. The nature of how the market is moving is now nothing to write home about. Due to the rise in the dollar rate, shoes which used to sell for 50 cedis last year now sells at 100 cedis, 120 cedis and 180 cedis. Market over here begins early September, but this year, market has been slow since September through to November. So when is the market expected to buy?
If you take a look at Ghana's economy now, and the way the dollar rate keeps rising, activities in the market are slow. Market is not booming as compared to the previous year, but we are hopeful things will get better this December.
The way we are expecting, we are not seeing it that way. And you should know, we were expecting something big this Christmas. As November started, this market has been moving the way we always see it, but this year, the way things are even started, we are not enjoying it at all. The market is not, it's not functioning at all, and things are messing up. Our customers are not coming. Things are expensive, so when they come, they can't even buy. They have to leave it and then go. So we are just managing it.
I started by the Toshi. I'm on Toshi. Will groom. Yeah, buy it to what say Nadia.
How things used to be initially is different as compared to how things are presently. Prices of goods are not consistent anymore. It keeps escalating day in and day out. Initially, 6 yards of a piece of cloth sold for 30 cedis. It now sells for 75 cedis, which makes it difficult for traders to purchase and sell. Imagine getting the piece of cloth at this price. How much will you sell it for?
First, 30 cedis. Since you are seeing, I say the man is 75. 75. Now who bet on?
At a close to 10 minutes walk, we breathed a sigh of relief when we saw two traders displaying some Christmas souvenirs one will expect to find in the market as the season approaches. Auntie Dinah has sold these items for the past 20 years. The price of the dollar keeps going up, and that is affecting the business. People come and ask for prices of items, and they end up not buying anything because they cannot afford to buy them. Previously, a Christmas tree was selling at 30 cedis or 40 cedis, and it is now going for 85 cedis to 90 cedis. These traders are, however, hopeful the situation may improve in the coming weeks. But what are buyers also saying?
This time, there's nothing like Christmas shopping because after Christmas, is school fees. Now the education system is sports, so We can't buy anything for the kids. There's nothing like Christmas shopping. As you can see, there are not much people on the road. Usually, in fact, before you even get a place to put your feet or something, but then you walk freely, like nobody's business. All the ghost people who used to come during Christmas,
It's a season of joy and celebration, but from what we have witnessed in the market, there's nothing joyful about it. The next few days could give a brighter picture of what Christmas this year would look like. Beverly Broom for Joy Business.
Let's touch on some revenue-related story now. And government projected revenue from corporate taxes for next year could suffer because of the proposed VAT increase for 2023. That is a warning coming from tax partner PwC Ghana, Abeku Jankwansa. This follows government's decision to hike the VAT rate by 2.5% from next year. Speaking on PM Express Business Edition, Mr. Jankwansa noted that government's revenue target for next year could be affected badly if the VAT structure is not handled well.
So the first measure that we all had was that VAT was going to go up from the standard VAT rate of 12.5 to 15%. And I use the word standard.
And try and let's move away from the accounting jargon.
All right.
And break it down for us.
Yes. So government says, I'm going to move from the standard VAT rate from 12.5 to 15. The word standard means that this is what we usually expect. So when I go and buy something and that thing requires VAT to be paid, then unless there's an exception, I am going to charge VAT from next year at 15% rather than charging VAT at 12.5%. There are exceptions. What are these exceptions? I could go and buy things and pay VAT, as CEO said, at the flat rate of 3%. So whilst one is standard, one is flat rate. For you to operate the flat rate VAT, the law requires that your taxable supplies should be between 200,000 and 500,000 Ghana cedis. My only challenge with the recent amendment, which was done somewhere this year, or came into effect this year, was that our parliamentarians gave the Commissioner General some discretion as to determine whether when you fall within that band, you should still go ahead and charge a flat rate or you shouldn't charge a flat rate. Sometimes we do say that do not allow crisis to just pass without you doing certain things with that crisis. Our recommendation regarding this VAT, as we currently speak, is not for government to withdraw based on the fact that people are making a call that the 2.5 is high, but rather we are saying that government review the VAT scheme. Let me explain, George. Based on the Ghana Revenue Authority's view, and I wish to emphasize the Ghana Revenue Authority's view on how VAT and the associated levy should be computed, is that when I go and buy something, there are 3 associated levies to the standard rate VAT. And these are what you call the NHIL, which I choose to call the health levy. What you call the education levy, people call it Get Fund. And then the fact that we're in a COVID era and we're there to recover. So the COVID-19 health recovery levy. So you have 2.5, 2.5, and 1. That gives you a total of 6. According to the GRA, if I am transacting and I need to charge these levies with VAT, before adding the VAT. So let me give you an example. Assume my phone goes for 100 cedis base. I add 6 to it, I get 106. I then apply the VAT to it, and then I get 119.25. George, that effectively means that on a product which would ordinarily sell for 100, because I am bringing in the VAT, I am now paying 19.25 effective tax.
So, I mean, really, what this VAT will do is that the cost of goods and services are going to shoot up.
Very good.
Is it by that 2.5 margin, or it will depend?
It will depend, George.
Okay.
And more revenue-related story, the Ghana Revenue Authority has rejected reports of imposing a new levy on luxury vehicles. And here is a statement from the Ghana Revenue Authority. According to the authority, its attention was drawn to a purported letter from the authority being circulated on social media titled Implementation of Luxury Vehicle Levy. Now, the said letter states that the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, that's the DVLA, has been authorized to collect an annual levy imposed on luxury vehicles with high engine capacities. Now, GRA wishes to inform the general public that this publication was not issued by the authority and its contents are completely false. No levies have been imposed on luxury vehicles and neither is the DVLA authorized to collect such levies. GRA therefore urges the public to disregard the said publication and further cautions those spreading the false information to desist from doing so. Investigations, they say, are currently being carried out into the source of this misleading information, and persons found to have deliberately fabricated and circulated this information will be sanctioned appropriately. GRA wishes to advise its customers and the general public to verify information on taxes and levies or any information relating to the authority by contacting them on 0800 900 110. on info@gra.gov.gh or by WhatsApp on 0552 990 000 and 0200 361 64664. So that's the latest from the GRA. All right, so that's it for the marketplace for today. Grateful serving you. I am Pious Kojo Backah. For more news, log on to myjoyonline.com/business. Do enjoy the rest of our programs.